All right, everyone. Here we go. We are live. Congratulations. Let's go. We have a lot to achieve today. In today's stream in the morning, we did achieve many other things, but let me actually open our Discord and share this live so that you guys can join me first. Everyone, live again for those who missed me in the morning, who missed the stream in the morning. All right. Okay. The last stream was 1 hour. We did achieve many things, but I realized that we are not there yet. So let's go to context pilot RS. Okay. And let's try to fix this. So if I do cargo build release right now, so what happens is like it just passes. So our achievement was first of all, of course, making sure that this just gets built successfully. Let me also start the recording in case I use it. All right, so in our previous stream, we had made sure that there are no build failures while we are trying to build our context pilot project. We are in the branch, we are on the branch, Kush PR server phase 1. Let's go and start. Let's actually look at this. Let me zoom out a bit. I think I actually should zoom. Wrap, yeah, okay, there you go. And I'm also gonna do this. I'm also gonna do this. Perfect. All right, so here we are. We have many other things, but most importantly is about this project. Let me actually show you what this is about. So when you build it successfully, I do target release, and I do this, right? So this will fail. And this is why, see what we are doing right now. Our target is whenever we have done the indexing of the project, we want to query right now, right? And this should be very fast. So that's very important. Hi, Amrinder Kant Shukla. Thank you so much for joining us. What's up? Hello. Let me. What's up? Hi Mohit. What's up? Welcome back. Okay, think was probably okay until this point. Yeah. Why? It's weird. So they don't have a wrap there. Okay, typical Firefox moment. But anyways, um, so far so good. So this is failing, and the reason it fails is because I figured it out that it's db.rs, right? No, it's not Linux. Let's do. Yeah, let's print probably. What do you want to print? Probably yeah, values. Let's. No, it's actually current data, right? So I want to print current data. And yeah, let's get the current data. Okay, this is fine. And let's try to build it again. Sorry guys, this is like I have to zoom out a bit because this is irritating to see in the hints. India won. India cannot win. Query. Okay, as you can see, so over here when the current data is empty, what this does is basically it tries to read, right, and did not find anything. And in that case, what it should ideally do is it should return an empty data, right? That's what you want. So we don't want it to fail because we are doing .get and we are doing .unwrap, and that's wrong, right? So what you would want is probably, let's have a, I think I can do probably unwrap or default. I'm not sure it will be able to figure it out or not. Yeah, I don't want to trust it with this as well. In this case, so the value, this is option, right? So mm, dot expect should I do, but in this, yeah, this will not make a lot of sense because in case if anyone passes a wrong workspace path which is not queried yet, right? What you would want to do is there are two things that you can do is query back again, right? Query back again, or you can actually just return an empty output, right? So I mean there are two things that you can do. So what do we want, right? In this case I want to return an empty output and kind of suggest it. um, that's like a behavior and I don't think users should be concerned with it. So I'm gonna do unwrap or default, not really default, I'm gonna pass my own default, right? And I'm gonna, as always, like define let default. Okay, let me this default equal to hash map new. Yeah, this will work. So in this case what happens is now over here, okay, is the wrap not defined? Oh, now it's enabled. Okay, okay. Earlier I was like, why is it going? Okay, over here, if this is not valid, in this case, values, if this is none, what should happen is it should not do anything. In that case, it should be empty, right? So let's just try this again. Yeah, there you go, right? So output does come with none and all the valid indices. So it sounds good, at least searching for the given field. And the reason is, as I said, like we don't have in the DB, I don't think we have really home KHML documents projects open source context pilot mapping.json. I will have to actually read through this once. So let's go vim context pilot db home KHML and let's just look at 0.json. So it is there, but if you see the format is not what we have changed it for. I mean, the format is old. So the new format has, we have not revised the DB with this. So let's just make sure that we don't need to cargo build. We need to do indexing, right? So I think we need to do indexing. What was the, okay, I hope my help section will give me the right request type. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't, which is bad. Let's also go, okay. Let's also go here. So we have index, right? So this is the request type index, right? We don't have enough. Yeah, this is small index. Okay, sounds good. We can do pwd and that was, array, why am I doing sudo? The target hyphen t query and let's do pwd, right? Okay, it did fail 289. This should not fail ideally. Oh, I haven't passed. Oh, I'm doing query. Sorry. This was index. Index, right? Array, yeah. Chalo, at least it gives me the right suggestion. Okay, it did panic somewhere. That's interesting. So this is panicking at, so by the way, this is asynchronous code, right? So it's possible that there are things that are failing. No such file directory, db.rs 280. What are you trying to read? Couldn't create the mapping file for some reason. Why? Because you don't have context pilot db. You do have it there. So you have created this there, but you have not created mapping.json. Why? Not found. No such file or directory. So this mapping.json file, either the file path is wrong. So I'm guessing the file path is wrong actually. Println mapping file path. Let's let it complete. And let's do cargo build again. And let's run this again. Yeah, so over here, as you can see, okay, it did return the data. So it's outputting some data, but mapping file path is empty over here. That's what's happening, okay? So why is it empty, right? That's something that we have to figure it out. Let's say cell.mapping file path equal to, so this is where it gets written, cell.folder path and cell.mapping file name. I'm gonna get rid of this over here. So as you can see, this is the point of contact, head 100. Array, forget about it, bro. It's okay. Just let it go now. Yeah, so over here, find index is when we get this right. This is not right, to be honest, because mapping file name is mapping.json to string. And then we are doing this folder path and slash this, right? So I think we should be mapping file path. No, we don't have it anywhere else. Yeah, this is bad. I would want to see where it's used. File create. So we are not panicking as well. Did you see that MCP thing Anthropic came up with? Oh, the protocol, is it like something like LSP but for LLMs? Do you mean that one? Yeah, I did not. It sounded very weird to me because not really weird, but somewhere Microsoft lagged behind. Z supports it out of the box. I'm not sure what is that MCP about, Anthropic AI MCP. Yeah, this model context protocol, right? So yeah, this is like, so it's, see, even LSP client is something that has to be standardized. I'm not sure if Anthropic is the best company that should standardize these things. because I don't know if OpenAI will, or even Microsoft, for example, will prefer using something that comes from Anthropic, right? That's the point. I mean, that's one of my questions there. By the way, so and hi Dave, what's up? For some reason, mapping file path is not getting written. So the file is not getting created, as an example. Arey, hi Mio, what's up, bro? Long time finally on stream, huh? Uh, just see, we are able to build successfully. Arey, what am I doing? Why did I do that? N- I will be honest, guys. Never use fish shell, and the auto completions suck. I think they broke lot of many. I mean, lot of things. Yeah, I mean, Anthropic is yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe like Cloudera and OpenAI are the only ones that are actually ChatGPT and Cloudera, for example, like are the only ones. I don't even see Google in that frame. What's happened to them, bro? What's wrong? Like I have no idea. What are they doing? Yeah, so over here, FII. So when you call, so when you're doing initdb, right? So you are calling find index, and this find index should be doing this thing that where it creates a mapping file path, right? And let's just doing this. I want to make sure that we are actually calling it. Um, the target release. Okay, why do you not? Uh, Fish shell auto completions are so weird. Control F doesn't work. Okay. I want to do -t index and I want to index the whole folder, right? So it just errors out and it's asynchronous, so you'll not probably find the best examples there. But let's also get rid of some other println statements because somewhere I'm just printing the whole. I don't think, yeah, we should be doing this. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. I think we are doing more than this, right? Okay. Probably here, here. Okay, sounds good. Nothing much. Hello, hi Swanandiyar, what's up? Okay, yeah, there you go. Right, this current data I did not want to print. This is fine. 6 out of 10. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, let's try to cargo. Okay, cargo build release. Target release context pilot -t index pwd. Yeah, okay. At least now I will get some real. So mapping file path is rightly exist in indexing. That means somehow this initdb is not called, is it? So let's look at index, right? What happens? So it calls whenever you pass the index, you call handle server. In this case, you're not really calling it until this point, right? So okay, okay. SPD emergency. क्या बोल रहा है भाई तू मोहित? आधी सारा समय समझ में नहीं आ रही है. Hmm. पावर रेंजर. तुम लोग क्या बात कर रहे हो भाई? Okay, I am not getting you all, but it's okay. I think we can skip to that and you can just call me a noob. NetDB is called if let sum. This is fine. So I think this find index should be doing it, right? But for some reason, this find index just gets the mapping file path. If it does not exist, you try to create it, right? So this is not what is happening. Okay, okay, you guys continue. But I'm not sure again. Okay, but wait a minute. The problem is 203. Yeah, yep. This is iterate through workspace, right? By this time, initdb should have been called and it should have been created. If you go to this Pogo fan, wait a minute. Gary Libby. Sorry. So mapping.json is not getting created, and that's where I've created I've done a blender. Um, So initDB is not getting called. Why? ये देखो एक इसका अलग है. So this is what happens. ये देखो, this is what happens on Hyperland. फंक्शन कॉल करके अब साउथ दिल्ली लड़की को कॉल लगा दिया. 10 toes in where we standing on business. हाँ, शाबाश. तुम लोग सब के सब मेरे मुझे बदनाम करते रहो. यहाँ पे चल के आ रहा है यार. बिग स्टेपर, अंडरग्राउंड मेथड. आ चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं एक ऐसे गगन के तले जहाँ गम भी ना हो, आंसू भी ना हो, बस प्यार ही प्यार पले एक ऐसे गगन के तले. हेलो, हाय प्रतीक. सॉरी यार. सूरज की. ठीक है. एनीवेज, सॉरी सॉरी गाइस, सॉरी हैड टू हियर दिस. I know what's happening. ठीक है. So हो क्या रहा था? We were calling this, but when we, like in the last stream we did this. Okay. So if current file path is empty, that is because we don't want to find an index, because we are indexing, right? So indexing के वक्त we don't have a file path, we only have a workspace path. So we were returning early, and that's why this was not happening. So the point is, when you really, 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 ta, 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 yeah, I think I'm very curious now. Cargo build release. मैं हूँ जियान, मैं हूँ बड़ा ताकतवर, मेरा गला है बहुत सुरीला. तुम लोग मुझे अब ऐसे. हाँ देखो गाइस. सो ओवर हियर नाउ द मैपिंग विल बी क्रिएटेड, इंडेक्सिंग विल बी डन प्रॉपरली, राइट? सो our next target is, see, indexing is done. If you go to context pilot db home kashimali ta 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 ta, there you go, right? So it has created 0.json and it has created 1.json. Okay. So if I delete this folder again, and if I do this the target release index, so if you'll see that this will, मेरी आवाज़ सुन के लोग हो जाते हैं मधुष भाई. मेरे को पता ही नहीं है जियान है कौन था. आई I'm generally one of those people कि जोक समझ भी नहीं आता है तो I don't take offense. तो I think चलेगा. So as you can see, like, okay, yeah, there you go. So this is huge, right? So the way it's happening is, this is where I think things are going wrong as well, because when you're indexing, you want this particular thing to be file path and not the workspace path. Okay. तो मैं बेसुरा और मोटा बोल रहे हैं. ठीक है. That is, तो both of the things are right. चलेगा. क्या करें भाई अब. देखिए ताची, अपने अपने ही लोग धोखा देते हैं. चलेगा भाई, कुछ नहीं. At this point, just let it go. Let it go. So over here, now this is important, okay? The problem is, when you create a mapping file path, I think, yeah, this is where you probably print it. I don't know if this is where you print it or not. But we are doing toString pretty, we are doing all of those things. Point क्या बन जा रहा है ना? Append. So when we are doing append, probably, so this configured file path, ta 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 ta, ra 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 ra, ए छोरा, नहीं ओ छोरा, कूद पड़े ओ मेले में, ये साइकिल पंचर हो जावे, अरा रा 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 रा. धोखा तो वो देखेगा ही भाई. क्या हुआ जो लाड़ी छूटी, जीवन की गाड़ी छूटी. कॉन्फ़िगर्ड फाइल पाथ. ठीक है. अब मुझे अपेंड का कॉल देखना है. सो ओवर हियर we are calling with all data.clone. I thought, okay, this is a different function. I thought, okay, this is not, this is weird. I should not have done that. I'm sorry. I should never name this function with append. Let's say append 2db. Okay, now a lot of things will fail. Let's go to diagnostics, workspace diagnostics. Ta, 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 ta. Yeah, append to db, right? What else was there? I forgot the ta 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 ra 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 ta ra 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 ta ra 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 ra. ढोकला खाने की उम्र में ढोकला धोखा खा रहे हैं. वाह क्या बात है. हम्म. तो अब हो क्या जा रहा है गाइस, व्हेन वी आर डूइंग दिस ना, तो करंट डेटा डॉट कंटेन्स की सेल डॉट वर्कस्पेस पाथ, then we check whether the workspace data contains the key of configured file path. If it does, then we get the existing data for the given line index, which I don't think we ever do, because we are indexing and we don't have a data already. Match file data, ये सब नहीं होगा. Existing data, this is what's happening, ठीक है. So we do existing data dot extend all data dot clone. अब हाँ चल के तुझे एक ऐसे गगन के तले. हाँ तो यहाँ पे ना कॉन्फ़िगर्ड फाइल पाथ आई थिंक गलत आ रहा है. यप, लेट्स प्रिंट दिस आउट बिकॉज क्या मुझे प्यार है या तुमसे. Yep, there you go, right? So this configured file path is coming up as the workspace path, and that's wrong. Okay, so that's where we have to fix it, and probably things will get better. So what we can do is wherever this append to db is getting called, okay, append to db. Yeah, here it was getting called, right? So this origin file path is okay. So this is wrong. Okay, so origin file path, we are naming it as workspace path only. This is where things go wrong or things go south. So what we need to do is we need to find, I'm sorry. Oh hamdam, oh hamdam soniyo re, oh janiyo re. Oh ho शाम को खिड़की से चोरी छुप नंगे पाँव आएगा. ये कब किया मैंने? No bro, I think hey meow, I live in South India bro, please don't say that. For everyone living in South India, I love you all. You guys are amazing, and that's how you should be. तुम लोग को भाई मेरे गाने से दिक्कत है ना, ठीक है. देखो, आई डोंट हैव अ नो कॉपीराइट म्यूजिक राइट एंड ऑल, ठीक है. मेरे को नहीं पता है कौन सा गाना चलाना है, सो प्लीज जस्ट लिव विथ वॉट एवर आई एम सिंगिंग. दैट्स माई रिक्वेस्ट, ठीक है. सो आउटपुट ऑथर डिटेल्स से वी कैन fetch it. So what we'll do is we'll get output author details, and we can do get. What is the output author details type? Is it a vector? Yeah. So what I can do is probably do this. Um, for actually I don't want to, no, I don't want to do this because I don't want to iter, but let's say author detail dot origin file path, right? So this will be our path. Okay, let origin nahi hey अपना तता तरा तता की रोड्स अच्छी नहीं है. कल तो बैंगलोर कितना बुरा हुआ भाई, कुछ भी बोला मैंने कि बैंगलोर में भाई हर चीज़ बहुत प्यारी है. बैंगलोर, ओ फक, देव भी तो इधर है. देव, मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला है, ठीक है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई थिंक दीज पीपल जस्ट डोंट वांट अ नॉर्थ इंडियन टू लिव हैप्पीली इन साउथ इंडिया, ठीक है. दे आर जस्ट जेलस. जे लोग हैं, जे लोग, सी दीज. सो लेट्स जस्ट मूव ऑन. ओके, इस बात को हम आगे लेके नहीं जाएंगे. विल बी गुड पीपल, है ना. एंड वी विल रिस्पेक्ट नॉर्थ इंडियंस एज वेल, है ना. मोहित, म्याऊ. आई डोंट नो व्हाई एम आई डूइंग दिस. इसको क्या प्रॉब्लम है यार? कैनॉट मूव विच इज़ बिहाइंड अ शेयर रेफरेंस विच डज नॉट, इट डजंट इम्प्लीमेंट. कैन आई क्लोन? या हर चीज़ क्लोन करनी है इनको. अब तुम्हें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? आ, अरे यार नहीं, मुझे ये नहीं करना था. दिस लूप नेवर एक्चुअली लूप्स, आई नो, बट इज़ दैट नॉट ओके टू यू? ओके फाइन. देव, इसका एड्रेस भेजता हूँ मैं, बंदे रेडी कर. बहुत बंदे अपने भाई के पास. किधर पे आऊँ भाई साहब? सबके सब. देखो, इन माई डिफेंस मैंने कभी कुछ नहीं कहा, एंड आई थिंक Bangalore specifically has given so much to all of us that I'm immensely thankful. I think the roads sometimes go in and off. ठीक है. I think it's an amazing place to be at. चलो भाई, मस्ती ख़त्म. I'm taking a flight and coming भाई साहब. इसको अब क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Accessing first element for, okay. Okay, you want me to do भाई, ठीक है ना. तो what's, so why does it have any problem? Get first नहीं दिखा मेरे को. Let me do dot get zero. I'm happy with it. चलो इसी बहाने मीटअप। यस, आ जाओ। वन कॉल एंड योर प्लेस विल बी मूव्ड इन 5 मिनट्स। देखो भाई देव, मैं लिटरली ऐसा कुछ किया ही नहीं, ये लोग झूठ बोल रहे हैं। ठीक है, इनको इनको डांटो और इनको मारो। Oh, by the way, so when we have, how are we doing it? If output author details is empty, right? Yeah, let's just do that, right? Because I don't want to receive an empty and try to write it, right? Shouldn't make sense. आजा शाम होने आई। चलो ठीक है guys, I have a challenge. uh 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 I have a lot of challenges like, okay, now is a good time, so let's see. Okay, I'm gonna keep my okay, did not work. Sorry for wali cheese. What kind of challenges do you have, buddy? Okay, so it does work in one.json. Probably the DB was not deleted, and that's why this happened. So I'm not gonna doubt myself. What the fuck is this? Ice bucket challenge. तुम लोग करो आइस बकेट चैलेंज। लगता है चिप्स मांग रहा है। अरे मतलब नहीं नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है। दिस इज़ लाइक आई नो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग। ऐसा वाला ठीक है। अब तुम लोग मेरे को ऐसे बार बार, ओह सो इट्स नॉट राइटिंग एवरीथिंग, दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम एज वेल। आई थॉट, okay, it did not write everything, guys, that's the problem. So probably ये वाला था वेरी सस। नहीं नहीं नहीं, हाँ सर, this is what is going wrong if you're talking about the code. So over here it only wrote for dot git ignore, even though, so only thing that could have gone wrong is output author details is empty, because I think origin file path is the right thing to pick up from, right? I don't see any problem. So collect and process result from spawned tasks. CID genes, क्या बात है? नो नीड टू चेंज टॉपिक। मतलब तुम लोगों को घंटा किसी चीज़ से फ़र्क पड़ता है कि कोड में एरर आ रहा है। Everyone just wants to talk about कि how I talked about Bangalore. And let me clarify again, I think Bangalore is an outstanding place. Hush. यस यस, थैंक यू। देखो ये मान रहा है, तुम लोग फालतू में बदनाम कर रहे हो मेरे को। एनीवेज, एक प्रॉब्लम मुझे यहाँ पे लग रही है कि नो आउटपुट फ्रॉम स्पॉन टास्क्स। दिस शुड नेवर हैपन, राइट? लाइक, I mean, I would not want output authorities to be none. Oh, is it actually? Yeah, this looks fine to me. Actually, it happens, right? So let's just try printing. I don't know what can I print. Mm, yeah, let's. नहीं यार, I don't know. Let's let it fail, okay? भाई तेरे दिमाग में एरर आ रहा है, लाइन 1 अर्थ पे होना ही नहीं चाहिए, बैंगलोर आउटस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए वर्ल्ड से। ओके, ये मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, ये बोल रहा है। सो प्लीज़ पिक हिम अप ऑन दीज थिंग्स। जी भाई मोहित, ऐसी गंदी बातें करता भाई, मैं ना सहता। ओके, या दिस इज़ नन, बट वाई इज़ इट नन? So we are calling iterate through workspace, right? And when we return output author it is, I would never expect this to be none. Like this is the last thing I would ever expect in life. It's calling itself. याद है मुझको तूने कहा था। Okay, so this is what is called index file. An index file just returns the perform for whole file. Perform for whole file is called. This looks fine to me. Do not store. We do return the output here. अरे भाई, दुश्मन न करे दोस्त ने वो काम किया है। बुरा काम किया है. यार यहाँ पे गलती हो रही है एंड आई एम नॉट श्योर व्हाट्स रियली हैपनिंग. सो दिस शुड नेवर हैपन. ठीक है, थोड़ा फोकस करें गाइस. लेट्स ट्राई टू गेट रिजल्ट इन एक बार. आई वांट टू सी कि चल क्या रहा है. आई ओके यार क्या. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे प्रिंट कर रहा हूँ सो इट हैज़ प्रॉब्लम. मतलब result dot unwrap. It gets printed there then. Okay, that's like one of the reasons guys you should not. Okay, what is result? Result does not need an unwrap, by the way. So why do I have an unwrap? Oh, this is a result. Ah, okay. So what is the output of join next here? Option. So you're doing let sum and then you do dot unwrap. So this will give you what? A vec of author it is, but this is not necessary that you will get that, right? So I would want to do unwrap error. It's this looks like there are things that are failing, okay? And we don't want that. And I cannot clone it as well, right? Because it's a yeah, this will fail now because it's now moved. Before over here this was moved. So how will I do that? This is interesting. So result has hmm. Okay, this is interesting, yeah. No, I don't know. But like why is it even coming empty? Like I don't want to print result because if it's already empty, why what would I get out of it, right? Let's convert. Let me just print again. Yeah, you see like it's like a lot of times no output comes up, right? And it should never happen. That's the point. Handle file indexing. I believe I'm doing it as well. So entry path dot clone, we do this, right? Path we calculated, current DB, path is dir. We read through each one and then we do server state running, current DB clone. Okay, then we do entry path. So iterate to workspace again and then we do entry path dot clone. No, this is wrong, right? Okay, no, this is right. Okay, yeah. If the file is there, then we do so at the end, like see, this should always be called, right? So the point is if server is valid file, you should always call index file. क्या हो गया? Wrong right? मैंने कुछ बोला क्या? Yeah, see, like this is calling file is called, but it should be called many number of times, right? Because there's so many files. I mean, not really. How many files are there? What ls star wc hyphen l that will return 24. So I'm assuming they are almost acha masti. Okay, so they are almost, I mean including dot git and all, probably there are 24 files, right? So this perform for whole file should be called. Okay, so let's see. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, let's. No, yeah, I want to see this. What was the other thing that was printed? No output, right? Okay, no output को एक बार. Yeah, let's just do this. अब क्या प्रॉब्लम है भाई साहब? Oh, I'm not using output. That should be okay. That should not raise an error at least. Cannot find config object main.rs151. Oh, I by mistake spoil this up. Yeah, this should work now. Dot target release index. Yeah, there you go. Right. So it should be called many number of times. That's what I'm expecting. Yeah, the somewhere the point is that it's not returning anything. This is not possible. Yeah, this is not possible, guys. Because okay, let's actually look at the DB again. Let's look at the mapping.json, right? So yeah, mapping.json is wrong. That's why it's happening because okay, yes. So this is like It goes to the mapping.json probably, and mapping.json, wherever you're writing it, if I remember correctly, it was in initdb and then find index, right? So we were calling initdb and then we were doing find index, right? Yeah, over here. So we had current file dot unwrap or this. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is wrong. Yeah, yep. You cannot do this. Hmm. Hmm. But this doing this is also not called, right? Why is it not printed? Yeah, we should probably. So if mapping, see what happens if this does not exist. Anyways, initdb should only be called once, and if it does not exist, it should create it, right? But in that case, what we are the mistake we are doing is we are passing find index. Okay, this is wrong. In that case, like if you find if current file path is not given to you, then you pass the workspace path. So let's just say if current file path is none, in that case, what you do is let db file index equal to cell.find index and you pass the workspace path. Okay. Otherwise, you just pass. Okay, I don't know if I'm doing this right because I probably should be doing. What is the type of this? Option Beck U32, right? So it's a Beck U32, right? And let's probably, okay, this is also mute. Initially, let's put it to none. 11 Tuesday, ये क्या है bro? अरे by the way, Mohit, let me know if you're free after some time. You remember we have something to do? Okay. Yeah. Yes, है ना? if you are free यार तो करते हैं वो ख़त्म. Sorry मैं भूल गया था. तो टाइम हो गया अभी इसको ख़त्म करते हैं. अरे यार मैंने फिर रस्ट एनालाइजर डिलीट कर दिया गाइस. नहीं वो fortunately it's working. I absolutely hate the change they brought, fish shell. Okay, this time it should work ideally because see if current file path is none. Yeah, I mean, so if you see, okay, yeah, I don't have any complaints over here right now because I did not delete. So let's delete and run this again. Dot target release. It's also exiting comparatively earlier than what I expected, to be honest. So I don't want that. Yeah, something is still wrong. Okay, at least this is fine. Okay, we got it working. Yeah. So somehow it's only working for a single folder. Let's actually do this, right? Let's try to index pwd src, right? It's possible that configured file path got printed only once. So src mapping.json. This is fine. 0.json. So it only got printed for what? I think it only got printed for config.rs, is it? Config.rs. Yeah, this one is, I think, only got printed for a single file. So it looks like what's happening is whenever it is done for a single file, it just errors out. I mean, it just completes itself, right? So somewhere, whenever we are doing iterate through workspace, it's not taking us to the end. So server new, state dead, db handler new metadata clone. Then we do server, iterate through workspace. We pass the path. If path is directory, if entry path is directory, we do this again. We spawn a new async thread, I guess. Then we do this server.iterate through workspace for the entry path.clone. Okay, yeah, let's actually print this out that which folder are we in, right? So I want workspace path, this to be printed. Fi, we did not need the question mark there because a string can, I think, I'm not sure if path buff could be printed. Let me try actually. So when a path buff has a debug method, it will work, but it did not probably. So I mean, you needed a debug method for that. Sorry. Okay, this is fine. Let's also this calling file. Let's get rid of this, right? And let's try to build it again. Cargo build release, not target release. Yeah, there you go. Right. So okay, it's going through many files. So target debug as well, fingerprint and all, workspace path. This are these all folders or what? It's kind of weird though, but it's definitely going through all the file, all the folders, right? So if you can see, it started with src, target, git, right? So it did for all of them, right? And if I, yeah, nothing is printed, right? So okay, it is getting called correctly for all of them. If path is directory, we are saying that okay, read directory, unwrap or else failed reading directory. That's never happening. File set.spawn, we again do this, iterate through workspace, right? Otherwise we do is valid file, right? So let's actually print the file. Yeah, let's print the file and see what's really happening. And over here, yeah, let's continue printing everything. So as you can see, the files are getting iterated as well. So it's not like they're not getting indexed. So my over here, the problem looks like somewhere while appending, we are not respecting all the details. Okay, so perform for whole file is also done. Is it done really? Println origin file path. Let's just print the origin file path because that's what makes the most sense. Yeah, it's getting printed. Yeah, there you go, right? So this is getting printed when we are doing perform for whole file. This should be fine. This is all I expect as well. But somehow, this when you are probably config object, do I need to? Should I function is valid file, right? So over here, while let join next. Yeah, somewhere this is a problem, right? So this is getting is empty is the problem. Output author details, get 0, unwrap origin file path, append to db log extend. This does look fine to me. Which function is iterate through workspace, right? So somewhere this is empty and we are getting this many times, right? Now, how do I print if this is empty as well, right? I don't have any information about it. So this is weird. Yeah, this should never be happening if I, that's what I'm saying. So workspace path, we do get it here. Mhm. La, 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 la. So if we do this, right, and I think only change I made was probably here, passing, okay, let's do this, okay, for now, let's do this, okay, and let's also, let's see if this works now. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna, instead of, yeah, this will work this time. So as you can see, oh, it did not. I'm kind of happy if it didn't, or it did. Late. I don't think I printed the right thing. Okay, yeah, it just totally failed as well. Why did you fail? Workspace path, append to DB. Append to DB should never fail. That's the point. Like append to DB should just do its job and move on. Yeah, I guess I'll know now what is being written and what is not. Many things are gonna get cleared. Yeah, like that. This is gonna help honestly. No, wait, one more thing. Uh, yeah, let's see. You see? No, 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 no. Okay, can I please be better at logging things? I just wrote be better. Yeah, it is never printed, huh? So we are like, okay, yeah, there you go, right? This is something I'm missing. Yes, big stepper, underground method. Da 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 da. Ah, so unwrap is failing here. So unwrap did fail on its a couple of things, right? Hmm. 212 line as well. I thought 212 is fine. Oh, so output. This when this is empty, it will fail, right? Yeah. So it just continued at that point of time. I'm really not sure what's happening, guys. Output author details we have dot get zero. So basically, like what I'm doing is I know origin file path for all these output author details is going to be same. Hence, I'm only doing it for dot get zero because doesn't matter for all of them. So I thought this will work, but doesn't. And the point is this unwrap is failing as well. They should honestly never fail. Like, yeah, this is like, I'm not happy with it. Why and when can you return? Yeah, somewhere around here, right? Okay, actually, you know what? Output dot size was the, okay, it's vect, right? It's dot length, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'll be able to find it out if I just print the output length. And this should happen. This should happen. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, this is weird, guys. Okay. Are we never calling it? I am pretty sure we are calling it. When the path is not a directory, you should be calling is valid file and this should be returning something. Oh, so it's never a valid file, is it? Uh, this should not be the case. We should always be finding files. No, don't tell me that you did not find the file. See, we are printing file. Is valid file should be getting called. Yeah, should be fine. I don't think. Yeah, I personally don't. Let's not print this anymore. Oh, where was it? Shit. What the? Do we have two functions? Oh, so here as well we have it, right? If entry path is a directory. Okay, okay. Yeah. So we are calling this actually. We are calling file set dot spawn. We are calling file is valid entry path dot display. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I get file is valid. Origin file path. So this is, yeah. If you guys see what happened, this got. I mean, this was never printed. Okay, and this else is for what? This else condition is for path is directory. If the path is not a directory, see initially SRC will be a directory, right? So what we do is we iterate through it, and then we say that if entry path, I hope it's not colliding with anything, right? Yes, if entry path is a directory, you do this. If it is not, then you do file indexing where you pass is a valid file. Okay, you know what? File does not exist. Yeah, let's do this because, okay, also, okay, let me just do this for now. Actually, you know what? There's time to, there comes a time when you have to get rid of, uh, uh, it's not here. Yeah, okay, no, not you. What? I thought, oh, okay. Which function was this? Perform for whole file, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's print this now. See, workspace path, panicked at 200 option on a none value, cancel ID. So it does fail for many things, right? So workspace path is getting printed. Now is an interesting time. Length of output. Output dot length. Yeah, this will help us debug this further. Yeah, see, this is all fine. See, this is what I want. So it's getting returned. So I should not be really worried from it. Okay, so we are going through the right methods, underground methods. Da, 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 da. Okay, what am I saying? Okay, so we are in the index file. We are calling this. This is all fine. Um, and when are we calling index file? Are we calling it somewhere else? No, right? I hope not. Yeah, I am hoping right things right now. So index file. Oh, so index file is called here or here. Now here, if this happens, okay, no, I don't think we are ever calling it here because we're also not printing it, right? So if I just, for example, if I just get rid of this, okay, and if I show you, so there's no problem, right? This is still getting called. So at least we are sure that this is not getting called. This is getting called for sure, right? Entry path dot clone. But oh, this is, yeah, I should have enabled logging. चाहे तुम कुछ ना कहो मैंने सुन लिया के साथ ही प्यार का. So you can see what's happening. So file is valid. A lot of files are printed, right? That's okay. Ta- 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 ta. Yeah, there you go, right? So a lot of files. Okay, at least these are printed as well. All right. Now what's happening? This is bad. Yeah, this is bad. Files. Okay. Yeah, this is when is this none, right? I don't want to call this when this is none. That's the problem, right? Oh, I hope the issue has not been resolved because I'll be very sad if the issue is resolved. Yeah, I'm glad it's not resolved because it's not right. Append to DB went wrong. Yeah, yeah. This. I mean, actually, you know what? Let's print the output author details length because println. Yeah, let's just print the length of this as well. This is gonna help us figure out. Yeah, this is length of output, length of output, length of output, length of output. Thread output 0, output 0, output 0, output 0, output 0, output 0, length of output 0. Okay, yeah, makes sense. For some folks it will be 0, right? Because you don't have a git commit assigned to it. Huh. Yeah, see, that's the problem, right? So एक काम करते हैं guys. What we should be really doing is, so when we do perform for whole file, right? And when we get the length is 0, right? So what happens is when you get the, yeah, this should not be returning, or you know what, like, yeah, I think we should be handling this case only here only, and we should be doing this here. No, yeah, this is fine. I can also check the length of it, right? I mean, I should not be really dependent on whether I am returning an option as well or not. Yeah. If output author details dot is empty, let's print the file path. Okay. Yeah. Now what I should be doing is, let's remove all the other print paths, right? Yeah, let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's build this again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Did I not get rid of length of output? I think it was here. No, length of output. Okay. Can you please get rid of these things as well for me? Yeah, let's see. So over here, these are the things that we did not find any information for. And that's totally fine, right? So That's the point. So over here, so if you see what we did, yeah. So whenever this is empty, this was empty for only these files. So this should be fine, right? So when you get this, you should be allowed to continue, right? But this res.unwrap should also not fail. What does res.unwrap error do, by the way? No, yeah, I don't want to do this. Unwrap, or I want to do else, and I want it to continue. Or I can do vec new, right? Why? This should be fine, Hana. Empty author it is equal to vec author it is. Yeah, something like this, right? What's your problem? Oh, sorry guys. Okay, no, I was not here. I was here. Uh, okay. Okay, yeah, this should be fine. And I should say, if you find it this way, if you could not unwrap, I cannot do that, right? Yeah, you should not even. So how can I catch a join error? No, yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so can I do a try? Is there a try and catch, guys? Try, catch, rust. Yeah, I did not want to do it this way. It's okay, but like, right, when I'm doing this, they should still work. Right? So even though it gives no output for some, I want returned output for um yeah, something like this should work if it's not empty. And you know what? I don't want it to return this thing now. Let's try building this again. Yeah, see, okay, this is amazing. Right, all right. So there's no worry at all, guys. Origin file path is right. Append to DB is doing something very stupid, and it's okay. Ta- 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 ta. So okay, right. So current data doesn't have the right. Oh, no. Sorry. I panicked. Yeah. Right. So this is where it goes wrong. Okay. So somewhere down the line, we are not getting this contains key cell.workspace path. So if I try to print it for you, right, and you guys will see what's the format. So somewhere the output is not right. Yeah, there you go, right? So I want you guys to just see the output over here, right? So the this is the workspace path, and this is what the file path. So this is fine. So this does get written somewhere. I think it's not getting extended, huh? Okay. Yeah, configured file path if it is not found. Interesting. Yeah, it will never be found, right? Oh, yeah, it will never be found. Yeah, in that case, they should be doing this, right? So yeah, this is what went wrong, guys. We don't have an else condition here. So this is very important because yeah, we can probably just do this, huh? So what we do, another map, create a sample map, another map dot insert line index all data dot clone. workspace data dot insert. This is fine. Yes. And then you do this self dot with cell dot current data, right? We need to do this current data dot insert, and then we do this cell dot workspace path dot clone, and we do this workspace data. Yeah, this does the job. What's the current data? String this thing. This is what? String this thing. Now what's your problem? Acha ji. Yeah, stop asking for things like this. Where have I defined workspace data though? Workspace data is here. Hmm. Yeah, this is somewhere. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Hey, hi Daniel. Thank you so much for joining. I am right now working on Context Pilot, which is a plugin I started off w- with in probably how much time did it take me? So it's been almost 9 months now. Actually, it started in June. So yeah, it's been around, not really June. It's been almost a year, more than a year or something. So the point of Context Palette was whenever you're in the code, right, it should use the git commit history to point out the most relevant part of your code for the given cursor position. So let's say if I'm at this, if I select this and I ask my Context Pilot, which is a plugin, hey, can you give me the most relevant files to this part of code, right? Now LSP references and all will not give you that because not always. Let's say you have a class sample, right? And then you have another class that tests the sample, right? Now, when you do this LSP, right, LSP reference, you will not necessarily find this class directly. You might find the sample methods that have initialized it once and just calling it, right? So my context pilot will be able to give you the most relevant part of the code that relate to this current part, like whatever you're looking for. So this is, I kind of use the git commit history to find out which files have been edited most number of times for the given part of code in the same commit. In that case, that means that, okay, whenever a person is trying to change a particular line, he or she has to also make a change in another file. That means they are both related. So that increases the relevance for both of them, right? So that's how I'm kind of doing it. It's like, so almost at a stage where I've done indexing part, just debugging through this once, and then we can query as well. So that's what I'm working on. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. I assume this is your first time here. So appreciate it. All right. So far the problem that I'm facing over here is when you do current data that contains key, you did not have the data, right? So we did not have an else condition here. Over here. Okay, if match, yeah, here, right? So now what we want to do is we want to insert this current data, I mean, into the current data, we want to insert whatever calculation we have done above, right? But this is failing for what reason? It expects, yeah, this be complicated. Yeah, this is very complicated. Like if you want to like look at the, so the very first version of this was ready in a day. So I was like in my previous company, I took this as a part of hackathon. So I was able to do the first step of it, like as you can see, June 28, 2023. I was able to get the DB improvements and all, everything ready. But since then, I've been working on moving this from binary to server. It's something like LSP client. I want this to act like, okay, in the background, it should do the indexing. And how should it do the DB indexing part as well? Sorry, not just DB indexing, but DB sharding, because the data is going to be huge and I don't want it to want it to be stored in a single file. So I wanted to implement the sharding part as well myself. Yeah, so that's something that has been challenging. God level, yes. So to insert map dot insert configured file path another map. This is, yeah, this, oh sorry, this was failing. So to insert map, do you need workspace data to be okay? Yeah, for now we can. So this is your work. Yes, yes, this is totally my work. Um, of course, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, this is one of the things I can proudly say. Yeah, like, hey, this is my work. Uh, okay, yeah. So I think let's just copy. See, the point is, we are doing this somewhere. This is what we should probably be using instead of workspace data. Maybe because we missed marking it as, and you have been working on the same thing for a year. Not. I mean, like, I do have a full time job. I do have some other side projects as well, but mostly on and off. This is has been the only thing that I've been focused on for a year, and everything. I mean, it's all been on my YouTube or Twitch, so like I cannot hide. But yeah, I've had my breaks here and on and off while working on this. So because like when you work on this, you cannot really, like, especially when you're streaming as well, you cannot really just go and say that, hey, let's follow ChatGPT and do this, because kind of that's not real development. Like, personally, I also feel that people should understand what's the context behind what you're doing, and then kind of go and talk about it. So that's, yeah, there you go. The issue is resolved. Let's try to build it now. Hi, Shurite. Shurite executor, thank you so much for joining. What's up? What's this? Okay, let me actually quickly run this. Ta-da! So it's okay. This is working. Yay! Congratulations, I guess. Guys, one second. I will show you right now what is this. Just give me 1 second. I'll query. I will get rid of one println statement that's spoiling the whole game. Yeah, there you go. Right, this should work. Yeah, all right. Okay, so this is a project I've been working on. The context pilot. It's called context pilot. The link is here. The idea behind this project was, okay, I mean, I'll explain you the goal of it. My problem statement was, suppose you're in a company, right? You have been asked, hey, we have a DB container, database container, okay, wherever we store the data. As an engineer, as SRE or whatever, please go and increase the database size. Now you went to one of the configuration file, you try to just increase it from 18 MB to, I mean, it will not be in MBs for sure, but depends on what kind of company you're working on. But they ask you to increase it from X to Y. Now, as a junior developer, as someone who is new to the company, will not know that is this file enough for me to change the DB size, right? Of course, you can go to the documentation, read about it, but it's not enough. You always go and confirm, hey, do I have to make any other change? Because always, whenever you're changing things in Terraform, for example, if you guys know about backend, you might have to change it other config as well. And these kind of things are never, never, never available on through LSP, because LSP works on whether this is used somewhere, whether this is called somewhere, but these are not, right? So if I have a config file that says db size is equal to 306 whatever, and there's another config file that says size is equal to 108, okay, now when you have to increase or whatever, right, you have to do for both, right? So this context palette, what will it enable is, generally, like, my lesson is, what do? We go to GitHub, we go to pull requests, we then search for if anyone has ever increased a database size, uh, like if anyone has increased database size from X to Y before you join. So in that case, you will find a PR which would be up. You will see that, okay, they also changed XYZ file, and they also changed ABC file, right? So in that case, you will know, okay, there are two files that I have to change, and then you will go and change it, right? So I mean, this is where the context comes, where you say that, okay, go to the git commit history, find the most relevant files that have been changed along with the current file in a single commit, and then kind of return that. That's it. Yeah, I'm not, it's not just a Rust script. What is this? I don't know if it's that hard to understand, but uh, Context Pilot is a plugin that will give you the most relevant files for the selected part of code. Okay, now the definition of relevance is how many times, okay, is a particular file changed. Okay, what's happening, guys? What's happening? Who are all these people in my chat? I have no idea. Is there a moderator who can help ban these people? I really don't appreciate such noise. Please. Okay. I am happy to ban these people off your title. Yeah. Thank you, Mohit. Thank you. Just keep these people away, okay? Like I don't care how many people subscribe to my channel. That's not the goal of this channel as well. It's for Rust. So what can I do? Okay, so it's a Rust project. That means it's a project that is coded in Rust, right? The plugin is in Lua for NeoVim, and the plugin for VS Code is in TypeScript. Okay, so Rust project means that the project is in Rust. So that's what I meant. It's not a project for Rust. So I hope that clarifies what I'm doing. Yes, a Rust server plugin, something like LSP. If you guys know Rust Analyzer, it's something similar to Rust Analyzer as well. It's yeah. I mean, sorry, I clicked on something. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I that was a mistake. How do I get back? Uh, sorry. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. I clicked on it. Got 90 pop. Okay. Makes you pop up on a people who watch Rust. I mean, yes, this is Rust. As I said, I am coding Rust. Hope that clarifies. And sure, right. I'm really sorry again for the mistake. I did not mean to hide the messages. That was a mistake. I don't know how to undo, but I think I clicked on undo. I hope it worked. Anyways, for now, if you guys can see, I have done this. Now over here, it has all the files. I assume. Yeah, there you go, right? It does. Okay, yeah. Somewhere it's going wrong. And that I need to check because, oh yes, there you go. So it is around 109,902,691 1 million lines, something, right? So this is huge. Now, for some reason, database sharding did not work for this because probably, I mean, that's okay for now. Database sharding can just be enabled when we are calling append to DB somewhere. Oh, sorry, it should be in store, right? Yeah, so this should have happened, but it did not. It's probably because when we changed the format of the DB, that it did not understand what it should have done. Yeah, let's mark this as a to do, right? Fix database sharding post DB format change, right? So we want to do this later on, and let's just make sure. All right, so all the data is being written. That is good. Whenever I do index pwd, let me actually show you. So I will delete the local DB. I'll try to run this, right? I just have many print statements out there. Please ignore. So once this is done, and if I try to just go to the DB which is now created, I deleted this folder. If I go to 0.json file, it is written again, right? As you can see, for each file and for each set of line number, it stores what are the contextual file paths. So that the next time whenever a person requests for 324 line number, it will go to the database and try to find this entry, and it will just give you the contextual file paths. Not, I mean, this is just once, it will do it for all. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. Let me just do git add p. What, I don't want this. Yeah, probably I'm gonna keep this. Okay, I'm gonna keep all the print statements as well because probably I'm having some logic along with print statements as well. Let's just put this in as well. Okay, I'm gonna do git commit fix writing while indexing. So DB sharding is broken now. I'm gonna just push it to there. There you go. Okay, perfect. Now the point is, let's try to query. Okay, so the next step is query. I'm gonna do pwd um, pwd hyphen t query src main.rs hyphen s is the starting line number, hyphen e is the end line number, right? Okay, searching for the given field. I somehow, okay, let's, yeah. Now probably the problem is that we are not reading the file correctly. Yeah, let's do that now. So when the query is called, let me see if anything is returned as well. Yeah, it's not returned. So the problem somewhere is when we don't have anything. So current data does not, it does contain the key of workspace path, right? And this should be search field first. So this is like, we should be searching for src config.rs. Oh, this is wrong. Yeah. And the reason this is wrong is, if you guys remember, in our file 0.json, the field was not just the relative path, it was a full path. So this search field first should be the full path, and right now we are not getting the full path. Okay, and this is why, because if I would have done this, for example, yeah, this would have somehow worked, and it would go forward, right? It did not, because somewhere is failing. But for now, let's assume that people are calling, because this will come from NewVim plugin, right? So we can always expect NewVim plugin to pass with an absolute path, and we should be okay with that. So I don't have to worry about it right now, at least. Now this over here, init data dot get works self dot workspace path. So when this is, yeah, as we understood, like this might fail. It actually failed finally. Good to see. So this is none. Why is this none? That's the point, right? So this init data should have the workspace path, and this should never be none, right? Hey, what's init data, by the way? I think shouldn't it have been a current data? Why do I have init data? Oh, init data is always empty. Uh, uh, yeah, this is wrong. Yeah, no, this should have been current data, is it? Wait a minute. Dot get mute self dot workspace path cannot borrow because it's not declared. Okay, I need to declare it as mutable. Huh? Where is current data? Current data equal to self dot read, right? So they should probably, I can either do this and let it flow through. Yeah, it's not borrowed as mutable as well, because so when you're doing let mute current data, I don't know if, so this should probably also do this. But then we want it as writable as well, right? So this is also a problem. I don't want it to be directly this. Yeah. Okay. Let me just go through this once. We were doing init data, right? Before. Let's, guys, 1 second. Let me just open my YouTube channel. Let me make sure everything is fine. All right. So we are doing insert data. So we want to insert, and that's why we are doing get mute. So init data should have the, at least when you define it here, this is the problem, right? So this is why this is coming up, because we should not have then get mute. We should at least initialize it accordingly, and then do insert data dot extend. Yeah, this is wrong. This is for sure wrong. Anyways, like this can be current data. So cell dot read, this can be ampersand mute data dot unwrap. Am I using it somewhere else? Current data dot get mute. It is borrowed as mutable. Why? So it's a mutable data, right? Oh, so it's okay. So that's also here. This is where it happens, huh? Yeah, somewhere. So the problem was here as well. So you do current data dot clone dot get dot unwrap or whatever values. Do we really care about this? What's really happening? This should have been fine. Current data. Actually, let me see from here only. Let's understand what's happening. Okay, this is wrong. Yeah, I understand. Okay, this is probably, yeah, this is all because I'm not returning, huh? What happened? Okay. अरे यार, sorry guys. Let's do here. Yeah. Yeah, immutable borrow occurs here. Oh, so this is about current file path, huh? Ah, okay, 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 okay. So line number 62. Which stuff? DB virus, right? Yeah. 62. No, not this one. Okay. So this should ideally work. Immutable borrow occurs here. Why? And even if it does, so mutable borrow occurs here, then immutable borrow occurs here. Oh, somewhere in the, are we using DB file path? I think this should be fine. Hope it's not taking, oh, wait a minute. Mute self, right? So mutable borrow is occurring here. Yeah, somewhere this is going wrong. All right, okay. Guys, I'm going to take a break now. I'll catch up with you guys again in the next stream. For now, thank you so much for joining. I have to go for work as well. See you in the next stream, guys. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.